Okay. So, excuse me. With this one, what you're looking at is now we're starting the actual animation. You want, now it might be a little confusing with some of the guidelines that I put in their parameters. Basically, this overall, when it comes to your animation, you need 360 frames. That's minimum no matter what. That has nothing to do with the as much with the first part of this animation. It just deals with you need 360 because this first one deals with doing a quarter of the animation. And that doesn't have to be me, that could be anywhere. And I'll count the frames up. So pretty much I want you to experiment with animation as much as possible when it comes to character, it comes frame by frame, tweening, whatever the case is. I'm just going to take this grade as a are the frames done? So if 360 is your minimum of your overall when it comes to your animation project, that means then you need 90 frames that need to be animated. So I'm just going to go through my time, your timeline as I open it up and look to see our 90 frames animated. That's all I'm looking for. It could be through the whole thing. That's why I said the 360. But whatever big number you have or number you have, not it doesn't have to be a big number. Whatever number you have for your animation, I'm going to go to mine real quick all the way back. Let's see if I can go all the way back. Let's see if it will go. Will it go? No, my luck. Nope. I'll have to move it back there. Hold on a second. I know my number. Ignore my bus because I didn't take out the frame. So with mine, I'm at 1110. So for me, like I said, take out the bus. I need to have roughly, 400 done. No, not 400, 300. Sorry about that. I lose my mind. 300 frames had to be animated, okay, within mine. So minimum. So with mine, so if I go to my 300, I'm actually above my 300. So I'm actually here at this point. And it's okay if you have zooms, they will count. Just have to make sure they're, quality zooms that you did. So as long as you do, that counts. So right now I did clouds. Let me go through all the way back to the beginning here. Um, so at this point, I have the butterflies moving with like a little ghostly feel to it going background. All right. But as it zooms in, now I could probably leave it at that, but I want to do butterflies going every which way. All right. Then I have the door, I have the opening, I have Jiki looking, smiling, blinking, zooming out, clouds cover. The zoom would still work, but I want to do a little better to show that's in the sky, going farther away, and then fast, 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 fast. And there is my 300 at that point. So I'm already past my numbers. And that's what I'm looking at. When I look at your guys's, I'm going to look at the actual numbers and see what happens. Now, this is zoom in, and that will count that as a zoom in. And then for me, I am at a point where I have the bus come in. And there's my bus, but it's going to actually come into a play, and I got to put the wheels on. So that's what I'm looking for. Do you have 360 frames? Because you need that for your whole movie, for the whole animation. Because if not, it's going to be taking points off. Because you need 90 minimum for a quarter of it, which is for each one. So this is the first quarter, next week will be second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and so on to equal your minimum 360. But whatever final number I'm looking at, I'm going to look at make sure you have a quarter of it. So and then make sure your animation is on a different layer. Your character must have a different animation within itself. So going back to mine now with Jiki, I have a lot of different layers. So um, let's see here. Where's Jiki? There's Jiki. So with him, I had these the mouth, the eyes. So I have him kind of blinking, eyes going up, going down. So I have him during little blinks. So I have a control where I have blinking and the eyelids on top. I think it was the eyebrows. There you go. Yeah, the eyebrows. I put eyebrows. I think it's eyelids somewhere here. Maybe not. I feel like it did. So I put it somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I think I might put it with the eyebrows actually. But anyways, you got to have some animation. Even your character's walking, you have to have some movement with your character as it's within the body, like eyes, mouth, legs, something that moves besides moving your character from one spot to the other. So that's what we're looking for. A quarter of your animation. You need 360 total because that's going to dictate you needing at least 90 frames for every quarter to equal your 360 total. But you can have more than that. I have 1,200 frames, so it's okay to have more, but you need a minimum of 360, and that should match up. If you need to stretch out your storyboard or your backgrounds, you can do that to cover the 360 if you're below. So, but you make sure if you stretch one thing, like one background image, you got to stretch the storyboard to coincide with that. So just make sure if you have question on that, let me know with that. That can be a little tricky, especially if you haven't done it. But you need another, another layer for your animation, for your character or other characters. Don't put if the wind's blowing or the clouds are moving, if the butterfly is some little accessory, if a rat's coming by, you have to have it on a different layer. Okay, so that's the other thing also, besides the character having its own animation piece within it. Other than that, it's keeping it very generic so that you guys can just practice on um, making the best animation you can. All right, and that is all.